the road with no end. It was close to midnight when Rafay, a 24-year-old delivery driver, was driving home after a long shift. Rain hammered his windshield, the wipers barely keeping up. His GPS wasn't loading properly, but he followed the same road he used every night, Highway 17, a lonely stretch cutting through silent forests. But that night, things felt wrong. For the first time, the road ahead looked darker than usual, as if the headlights weren't reaching far enough. The trees leaned over the lane unnaturally, their branches twisting like hands pointing him forward. Rafay blamed his tired eyes and kept driving. After 10 minutes, he passed a broken sign. At first glance, it looked normal, but the more he stared, the clearer it became. It didn't say a city name. It said, "Stay on the road. Do not stop." A chill crawled down his spine. It had never been there before. He tried calling his friend, but there was no signal. The radio turned to static, then a soft whisper slipped through. "Don't leave. Stay on the road." Rafay's heart pounded. He switched the radio off and pressed the accelerator. The rain grew heavier, and the asphalt began looking unfamiliar. No markers, no reflectors, no landmarks. Only darkness. Endless, choking darkness. Then he noticed something terrifying. He had been driving for over 30 minutes, but he hadn't seen a single turn, single house, single sign, or even another car. Just the same straight line, the same trees. Over and over. He slowed down, but the moment he pressed the brake, something moved in the woods. A pale, thin figure. It was standing between the trees, barely visible in the flickering headlights. Rafay froze, gripping the wheel harder. The figure took one small step forward, then another, moving unnaturally smooth, as if gliding. Rafay panicked and hit the gas. The car sped forward, his heart racing. He kept checking the rearview mirror, expecting to see something chasing him, but nothing was there. Then he saw the sign again, the same broken sign he had passed earlier. He slammed the brakes. He wasn't moving in a straight line. He was going in circles. "No, this is impossible," he whispered. The forest around him was silent. The rain stopped suddenly, too suddenly, as if someone had turned off the sky. The quiet was unnatural, suffocating. He decided to make a U-turn. The moment he turned the steering wheel, his headlights lit up. Something standing directly in the middle of the road. The figure, closer now. Its skin was gray and stretched, as if pulled too tightly over its bones. Its eyes were hollow and black, and its mouth hung open far wider than humanly possible. A silent scream. Then the thing tilted its head slowly, until it was almost upside down. Rafay's entire body locked in fear. The creature's mouth began to move, and he heard it clearly, even though it wasn't speaking out loud.
"Don't leave the road." He tore the wheel to the right and sped past it, not daring to look in the mirrors again. His hands shook uncontrollably, his eyes fixed on the endless black ribbon ahead. Minutes turned into what felt like hours. Then another sign appeared. He felt relief for 1 second, until he read it. "You shouldn't have turned." Suddenly, the temperature inside the car dropped. Frost crawled across the windows from the inside. His breath came out white. Rafay wiped the windshield and froze. A face was pressed against the glass from the outside. Wide, empty eyes. Gray skin. Mouth stretched open. He screamed and hit the gas again, not looking back. His vision blurred with tears and panic. The engine roared. The car shook. And then, through the fog, he saw headlights. A car was coming from the opposite side, the first one he'd seen all night. He honked desperately, waving for help. But as the vehicle got closer, he realized something terrifying. It was his own car driving toward him. Same color, same dent on the bumper, same license plate. And behind the wheel sat a pale version of himself, staring with hollow eyes. The creature Rafay had seen earlier was sitting in the passenger seat, smiling. Rafay shut his eyes and swerved off the road straight into the trees. There was a violent crash. Glass shattered. Airbags exploded. Silence. When Rafay opened his eyes, he was lying beside his wrecked car. His leg throbbed in pain, but he was alive. The forest was quiet. For a moment, he thought he escaped. Then he turned toward the road, and his heart dropped. The road wasn't damaged. His car wasn't there. There was no crash site. No skid marks. It was as if nothing had happened, but something else made his blood run cold. From deep inside the forest, the same whisper echoed. "Stay on the road." Rafay ran blindly, branches cutting his face, lungs burning. He didn't look back. By sunrise, a passing driver found him unconscious near a small abandoned gas station miles away from any highway. Rafay tried telling police what happened, but the road they searched for didn't exist. And sometimes late at night, when Rafay passes by forests, he hears it again, a voice calling him back. "You didn't finish the road."